Have you ever been walking up the path behind Dakota Lodge and wondered, on the right you see an old building, and where did that come from? What was the history behind it? On Thursdays we do highlights of the Ken Caryl history, and today I have with me Lori and Steve Kraft, who have taken on a very important project in the history of Ken Caryl. They are part of the Historical Society in Ken Caryl, who we also want to thank for sharing the great historical pictures that we focus and a lot of the information that we provide. So today I'd like to turn it over to Lori and Steve and let them talk about their journey and their attachment to the pump house.
Well, Steve and I joined the Historical Society in 2013. Shortly after that, one of the projects that came up to renovate the pump house or to tear it down because it had become very dilapidated and was in need of either repair or to be removed. And we live right here, and we love the pump house so much that we said, oh heck no, we've got to save that. And everyone on the Historical Society agreed, and so we kind of started on a journey to renovate the pump house to the original state.
Then we had volunteers come in and we helped clean out the pump house because it had about 2 feet of debris from rats and wood rats living in there. And we wanted to expose all the equipment to get pictures of it. So we spent days with helpers that volunteered cleaning it out. And then from there we spent, actually it's been a 3-year journey, and the back of the place was rotting off, so we got original wood from vintage wood from old barns that matched it up and rebuilt the back of it. And then the sides of it had to be dug out because it had been backfilled when the valley was built. When the houses went in, they backfilled the sides and it caused the door to cave in. So I removed all that debris and brought in about 800 pounds of rock and about 900 pounds of saccharate to fill it all back in and rebuild the door that we made the door match from the ranch down below so we could have similar door look. We didn't know what it looked like. So we basically rebuilt the whole thing and got all the roots that were growing into the building out. All the choke cherries were growing in, and it was quite a mess, and it all had to come out by hand, and it just was a great project though.
So in the process, I'm sure you learned about the history. Tell us about what the pump house was used for, or facts that you were able to find.
Well, what we researched and found was that it was built prior to 1940, but 1940 was the earliest that we could document. The building contained a pump that drew water from the North Massey Draw. Nearby fields of alfalfa and wheat on both sides of North Massey Draw were then irrigated.
And you were able to uncover the original plate or a placard of some sort. What was that?
Well, on the pumps inside, we took pictures of the different plaques of the serial numbers to try to do the dates, and we were able to get the 1940 date off of that.
And that pump is still intact in the pump house?
It's all still in there. Yep.
Right.
Yep. There's an accumulator tank in there and induction motor. Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a huge storage tank in there too that you see.
That's still in there?
Yeah.
It's all intact.
It's all shined up.
Looks really good. Can't get in there anymore.
Can't get in there, no.
Well, thank you so much for your efforts in restoring the pump house so that we can all hear the history, see the history in your backyard, and enjoy it for the future generations.
Sure, it was a pleasure taking care of it.
Yeah, thank you.